Hello and welcome to episode 197 of Daryl Show Your Work. All right, so in this episode, I'm going to be remediating a DDoS attack with IP tables. But before I jump into that, I wanted to remind everyone to please take full advantage of INE's limited time offer on their new AI security specialist certification. All right, and this comes in a bundle. So with this, you get exclusive and discounted access to both the learning path and the voucher to take the exam, but also you have premium access to 3 months of premium access to their full library of cybersecurity training and certification training. All right, which ranges from red team penetration testing and different variations thereof to blue team instant response and different and other blue teaming related sorts of roles and activities. All right, so to be able to see what the full gambit of that is, if you go to get.ine.com/Daryl, scroll down, you'll see the deal. All right, and then you can also explore some of their other cybersecurity certifications to see basically all the learning paths that you get that 3 month access to. All right, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed with the hands-on experience that you walk away from. That's a high demand from cybersecurity employers today. All right, so getting started here on the episode. So as a reminder, I've done IP tables before. I discussed them in some previous videos where I've used them. But just to review it, IP tables, they're a powerful a firewall utility that allows users to to define rules for managing and how incoming and outgoing network traffic is handled. So by using IP tables, someone they can block or allow specific traffic based on criteria such as the IP address, ports, and protocols. So to start out here, all right, I'm going to be configuring an IP table on an Internet of Things device. So going to be working through a scenario here. So the scenario is that this Internet of Things device, it's infected. All right, so it's going to have an IP address of 192.168.100.202. So that's what you're going to see me log into here in a few seconds. All right, and it's believed that this Internet of Things device is actively participating in a DDoS attack. On another machine, all right, which is 192.168.100.215. So I'm going to block its suspicious outbound traffic. And then what's going to happen is that by adding these rules, it's going to help prevent the 202 address from participating in the attack any further. All right, so to get started, I'm going to authenticate through SSH into the Internet of Things device, and I'm going to use the admin account. And remember, that's 192.168.100.202. So this is the infected device that I'm going to authenticate into. So I'm going to say yes. Let's give it the password. All right, looks like I am logged into the Internet of Things device and it appears to be a smart sensor. All right, so I'm going to switch to root user. I give myself full privileges here, which often I don't recommend, but it's going to help in this situation if it actually executes the command. Let's see what's okay. There we go. Wondering why it took so long to allow me to authenticate again. All right, now I'm root user. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is I'm gonna create a rule here that's gonna block all DNS traffic originating from 192.168.100.202. All right, so let's say IP tables -A and then all cap output -P, and I'm gonna say UDP and then the destination port. 53 for DNS -S, and specifying the address here, which we know is 192.168.100.202. Let me just fix that right here. All right. And then I want to tell it to drop this traffic, all capital letters drop. All right. Let's see, what didn't you like? Okay, see, I probably should have put some quota. No, that should have been I spelled something wrong. Bad argument 53. What didn't you like about what I said about 53 here? All right, hold on, give me a moment. Just checking my syntax. Ah, I see what I did wrong here. Okay. All right, let's fix that. Should have had double dashes here in front of destination port. All right. So with this rule, it's going to ensure that any outgoing DNS queries from this IP address are dropped. So this is going to effectively prevent unauthorized DNS lookups. All right. So the next rule that I want to create here is one to block DNS traffic from 192.168. 100.202, all right, to multicast IP addresses. All right. So in fact, it's going to be very similar. So I'm just going to make some minor adjustments here. So here, I'm just going to say destination port 5353. All right. And then I believe that is the only thing I need to adjust here. All right. So when I say mDNS, all right, this is useful for local network service discovery, but it also can be exploited by attackers. So that's the reason why I'm dropping that traffic. All right, then the next thing here is I want to be able to save this current IP table rules to a custom file. All right, so I'm going to take everything that I did here. So I'm going to say IP tables. Oops, save. And I want to output that to the following directory. User share UFW IP tables. And I'm going to save it to a file called user.rules. All right, so let me just make sure that everything is clean here. All right, looks like it. Okay, so now that I've done that, all right, next I'm going to start creating some rules that's going to help block SSDP traffic and malicious IP communication. So when I say SSDP, that's actually short for Simple Service Discovery Protocol. So that's often used in universal plug and play protocols, but can also be exploited by malware. All right, so basically, I'm basically just dropping traffic here from all known attack vectors within this Internet of Things device here, the smart sensor. All right, so let's bring up the rule here. All right, so I'm going to modify the destination port. The SSDP port is going to be 1900. All right, and then everything else here should be the same. So let's apply that. All right. So again, so this rule is going to help reduce the risk of that simple service discovery protocol being used for malicious purposes. All right. So next, I'm going to create a rule to prevent communication between 192, 168, 100, 202 here. and any known malicious IP addresses. All right, but well, not any known one. So I know of one. All right, here, and this is just an example. Okay, so let's say on Virus Total, let's say that we looked at some we looked at we did a packet capture, and like we did in previous videos, and we found a suspicious IP address, looked that IP address up on Virus Total, and discovered that that IP address was malicious. All right. So in this instance, since that let's say I know that that particular IP address is also participating in this DDoS attack here. I want to be able to create a rule that specifies drop traffic going from this IP address to this malicious IP address. All right. In order to do that, I need to specify that IP address here within the rule. All right. So in order to do that, I'm going to modify this a bit. I'm going to just take all this out. All right. So now I'm going to say minus D. All right. For destination IP address. And so that IP address is going to be 154.216.17.9. All right. And we said I want to be able to drop traffic going to this destination IP address from the source IP address, which is this Internet of Things device is 192.168.100.202. All right. All right, so by blocking this traffic, it's going to be crucial in preventing potential data exfiltration or command and control communication. All right, so we know a vital part of distributed denial of service attacks. All right, especially when we're talking about something like a botnet. Being able to sever the link between a zombie device or a bot device and the command and control server. That's going to help. It's going to help uh, alleviate the actual zombie or bot from participating any further in that attack. All right. So this 154 address has been identified as the command and control server, and what I'm doing here by dropping this traffic is one. Excuse me, severing the connection between this device and the command and control server, and also if the attacker, whoever initially infected this machine, if they are able to exfiltrate any information, well, this is going to help prevent that too. So by blocking any the connection between the two, they'll no longer have access to exfiltrate any sort of vital information that's stored within this smart sensor or Internet of Things device. All right, and then as I did before, let's save the rule. So if I go back a few in my history, I'm going to run this command again, and that should save my progress. All right, and then last, I want to block suspicious ports and verify the IP table rules here. All right, so the first I'm going to block traffic on port 1230, which may be using malware. So let's say again, doing that packet capture. Let's say that I found that 1230 being an underutilized port, that I found that a lot of traffic, a lot of packets, all right, were being sent to and from that particular port. Well, I want to now specify here within a IP table rule to stop the traffic, the communication with this particular logical port. All right. So in order to do that, all right, I am going to specify that port here. And so this port isn't necessarily associated with any particular protocol like in the previous ones, but it could be simply an open underutilized port that's being used as part of this DDoS attack. All right, so that's why it's always good to take the advisement that if there's a port that you're not using, close it down by default to harden your attack surface, or else that's what attackers generally look for is unused ports, underutilized and unused ports, that would that they could communicate with, that would make the source of an attack hard to find or identify versus a commonly used port. All right. So now that I've added that, I'm going to save this again. All right, now if I wanted to just view all the IP tables rules I've created just to make sure that they've been correctly applied, I would say IP tables dash capital L. All right, and we can see the rules here that I've made. Well, hold on, it's still outputting it. Okay, so we can see. All right, if we look here, we can see the first DNS rule that I made to drop the DNS related traffic as far as DNS lookups from this Internet of Things device, and then we could see the mDNS um, traffic here that I've told it to drop. All right, and then we can see here as far as the SSDP rule. All right, as far as dropping that traffic, we can see where I've created and applied that. And then lastly, we can see with this underutilized port, this 1230, this port that shouldn't even be open, we can see that where I've told it to drop traffic and drop all communications with this local port as well. All right, so that brings me to the end of my video. But just to summarize what I've done here, I've managed to block unauthorized DNS, mDNS, and SSDP traffic going to and from this Internet of Things device. All right, so I permitted communication with a known malicious IP address as well. I closed off suspicious ports that are often used by malware. Again, that's that mDNS and that SSDP port. And then I also by using that IP tables dash save command here, I persisted the firewall rules for long-term protection. All right. So ultimately, though, these actions, they're going to significantly reduce the risk of a compromised device from continuing to participate and malicious activities such as distributed denial service attacks, and data exfiltration, botnets, so on and so on. All right, so please like, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, show your work. And please remember to take advantage of INE's limited time offer on not only on this new AI cybersecurity specialist certification, but also their 3 months of premium access to the full library of learning. And until next time, take care of yourself